It's in the back. It's in order of where they are. You're right before the fire department. Or after the zoning officer. You're toward the back. I'm getting Hey, buddy, how's it going? All right. Hey, how are you? All right.
Thank you.
We got pictures. I got two in my office.
Yeah, we just.
Alright, I'd like to call order the Senator Borough Council meeting, May 9th, 2023. It is now 6:03. Please turn off your cell phones, everyone vibrate. So everyone's clear, we are streaming. You can begin with the news threads and a pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank everybody for coming out tonight. We got a full house for the first time in a couple of years, so nice to see smiling faces out there. Great. We can do a roll call before we jump into the public hearing.
Vivian Baumgartner here, and Jake Collier. Here. Seth Heitman.
Here.
Tracy Downs. Here. Donnie Thomas.
Here.
Louis Walt Philly.
I hope.
Mayor Nancy Thomas here. And Dr. David Bolton.
Present.
Like I said, we're going to begin with a public hearing and presentation from Ancient Company. They are requesting a road designation of their property. I will turn the floor to you.
Good evening, Chairman Paul Minnick on behalf of Ancient Council. Pleased and delighted to be here tonight relative to the sports complex, which I know you've heard about and seen things. We'll be able to share some additional detail tonight, both in connection with our road presentation and also in connection with our hope for conditional land approval later in your agenda this evening. But it is a beautiful project, something we work my entire life. Somebody who commutes to North York for a lot of people do. Really great, great location. And this is going to be a very attractive to all our features. Committee, nothing else I think exists now in terms of recreational opportunities, economic development opportunities. In connection with this project, and almost 30 years of practicing law, this is the first time I'm in the midst of a designation. I'm also telling you not going to ask for tax payment bond. And recognition is you'll hear from Hinge, in this community, they recognize the road is geographical, the whole tax dollars are important. So while we need the designation for one step in the process, we are not going to come back before relief. We would have to come back to designation. We're not going to come back before relief. We tried back. So that's not an issue, but it's probably more significant, and that would be a taking opportunity. And county taxes are significant. And that is an opportunity. It is just a movement that it's a 10-year. It's not permanent. The facilities up and going ultimately everybody from a tax standpoint. No taxes will be lost, meaning that the tax paid all of the tax funds for this grow the taxation of course 10 years for the other entities. So that's essentially the background. It is just in this deteriorated area. And I think it's within the sight line of here, everybody drives through it. We're going to try to put it in a pretty simple, straightforward issue. So in terms of the theme here tonight, this is a very important project. We have several people from this year tonight. We're here for July. Who's started running this same and pricing for any questions and dealing with all the pieces and also. So with that, with the board's permission, we will request an answer from Mr. Eisenhower some background to establish the actual basis for your. Mr. Eisenhower, can you introduce your name and address?
Again, Joe Eisenhower, and our office is Lewis Road. I'm Director of Acquisitions and Title, which is a subsidiary of Inch Sports.
And could you give the board just a little bit of perspective on the education experience in the field of land?
Going into my 18th year in land, exposed and been involved in all aspects of served as a municipal zoning officer, which is at that time, developed countless projects around Maryland, Washington, D.C., and New Jersey.
And then I think we're all familiar with this
Only 275 East 7th Avenue. It's bound by Columbia Avenue.
And then we have an exhibit in the book showing you it's at one or
That is the subject property. Recreation facilities or football field, and the red outline represents a portion of the property which is in Northfield Borough, which is 11 acres. And that would be the Lura district that they're seeking that district.
and then could you describe what site of everything?
So the intent is to construct a sport facility which consists of 137,494 square foot indoor recreation facility that would house 8 basketball courts, 16 volleyball courts, 20,000 square foot membership gym, 8,500 square foot sports rehabilitation office, and an additional 96,507 square foot Jones turf field.
And then I previewed this a little bit, but briefly describe what LRTA is and its purpose.
So LERTA stands for Local Economic Access. And it's a program created by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The intent for the program is to incentivize and develop lighted or
And could you describe the council's Washington sports and designation?
So the site, as I said, is formerly affiliated with high school, moved in 2005, so nearly 20 years the site is underutilized and absolutely invested. So it meets general standards of light development and utilization. LERTA itself, if I can just speak to that, is not a program based project. So if a project cannot sustain itself without a LERTA, then it can't sustain it. So this project that we are pursuing is private investment to bring this, what we consider a keystone asset to this location. And if you think about it this way, the program is brought into like a mortgage interest deduction that you can take from taxes. The program was created by the government, incentivized private ownership. Example, this is created by the state government to develop been used successfully statewide before. Some designated districts don't come here to meeting like condition that this facility of the property achieves. So, I think we're used to that.
And then based on your professional opinion, being a land developer for 20 years, in your view, is this site presently underdeveloped lighting?
Yes, it is. It's, again, seen multiple owners in the last 18-year period since the North York campus. In addition to the general condition of the property, all investment tells it and underutilization.
And everybody sees this site, but it exists. There are some that number of recent photographs taken at light underdevelopment.
Yes, it is. These were taken this past year, and they exhibit two reflect broken windows, boarded up windows, situations of decay, graffiti, what have you, all things that meet the light test standard.
And then bring them to exhibit 3, which is
So exhibit 3 is the concept plan. Your elevations of what the building will look like. I do have larger versions that we can hand out.
yeah, maybe we
Maybe my lovely assistant.
Yes.
Is everybody going to be?
You want a lovely assistant?
Oh, I know.
As the page ends some of these out here, again, what you're going to see is that format.
Hey, what are you going to do with them lights down there? Maybe you can hawk them to sell them to somebody else.
You intend to bring them down.
Seth said he'll take one of them in his backyard. He's putting a new deck in his backyard. You know.
Is this a warrant?
As I mentioned, it's a 237,000 square foot facility with the 8 basketball courts, 16 volleyball courts, 95,000 building facility, 96,000 building facility with a turf field inside, 437 parking spaces on site, and we do have lease arrangements with other off-site parking.
Can you reiterate the parking?
437 on-site parking.
Thank you.
Yes.
And you said you had, other people that you were gonna lease out.
Yes, we've been in discussions with the school about leasing some parking.
And then would you concur with my summary earlier? Curate property designation is just the first step in the process.
Yes,
And then you have to go back to the taxing bond, seek relief following the designation.
that's correct.
And just so the record is clear, this independent whatsoever to seek any form of action.
No, we don't. As you mentioned earlier, Paul, we recognize that this represents what may or may not be class and definitely the largest opportunity for investment in the borough. So to that end, we give more attention to seeking abatement from the local government.
Those who intend to seek abatement. And what would be the maximum length?
Yes, ma'am.
10 years.
And then what happens? That's 10 years.
Tax. More or less. Abatement will trickle down those bodies that do grant. Ultimately, too, with an elevated tax.
And then exhibit 4, I apologize. Much picture on it, I'll supplement that. Or that is rendition.
Yes.
And then finally, just to summarize, people, all the relevant criteria for purposes.
Yes.
And is there anything else you wish to add?
Just wanted to share that we have an assessment of what we expect the tax impact to be. And currently the property generates $3,947 in taxes just in North York Borough.
What's the current?
$3,947 annually. We anticipate that the good value of this will generate upwards of $260,000 of tax revenue to the borough. Again, that is not, we're not seeking any abatement for that, so that is opening day, year one. That will be what's essentially to 462 homes in the borough. The tax levy. From a school district perspective, the county currently receives $3,405. School district receives $10,258. I think that's all I have, and I'll answer any questions.
Well, if I could, just 2 more minutes right now. So if we're able to get the information tonight,
Yes, please.
and for purposes of your timeline, just to foreshadow, perhaps, is the timing of the tonight. And so,
Yes, it is. We have meetings set up with the district, starting with their finance committee and ultimately in May. So this month, we're approaching the topic. So the designation is critical because it's not acted in any way until the property. But then Paul had mentioned this plan for this later is critical to some of our approval, even if it's conditional, and I look to have some of those discussions to reinforce the positive nature of the project.
thank you, Mr. Eisenhower. That concludes our presentation. Questions anyone may have, we think this is clean and positive application.
I have a question. What is the impact taxes do go for the residents having insurance? They wouldn't be paying tax. Or would they have a breakdown?
Who is that?
Whoever you're doing. School board, you're gonna have some relief, right?
Yes. From the future tax
100% relief or
starts, the way the program typically works is it starts and it's reduced 10% annually for a 10-year period. The school will continue to receive the current tax that property generates. So these are all future taxes derived from the newest. So there's no taxpayer burden. There's no taxpayer burden to anybody of us. You can also take revenue that we were creating in the first place, not handing it over there. But taking it
So just to simplify maybe the question, $10,000 per year, but as the property continues to increase in value, you're not paying for that.
for a 10-year period, that on the decrease.
Right.
So year one, it'll be the 10,000. Two, it'll be 10,000 plus 10% the increased value.
And there is, I would just supplement it too. There is some opportunity on the ag. So if the school district was agreeable, it will take some extended period, but the program maxes out. And the 10-year mark, and it's viewed as an investment in part, all of the tax dollars come in, but because you keep the current assessment, you never lose any tax dollars, any tax is not going to go down. It's only going to go up. They're just going to go up dramatically. It allows an incubation period for really does make a lot of sense. It's a lot of respectful account that they can.
Has there been any projects similar to call it what you like? I mean, I don't know. It's a land that was used for soccer and football, but they want to have done.
Yes, not a specific former, but it is very common in two settings. One is livelihood of property, shared preference. You have a lot of discretion to make that. There are a lot of these, you could argue the truth is livelihood of they make that finding. It's fine. Here, I think it's a much cleaner case when you drop see these pictures. Consider, 20 years with no developer has that now. So I think it's an easy call here. There is a statutory where the property is zoned industrial, and it's undeveloped, really underutilized and qualified. This happens to be in your mixed use district, so have that industrial responsible. But I think this is easily qualifiable as like property. I don't mean that as any insult to whoever it is there, but it has such high visibility on 30, it's really just a beautiful thing. We can use to jumpstart that.
Any other questions?
So we appreciate your time and your consideration. I know that development plan, so I'll apologize in advance for coming.
That's all right.
Just looking for, so, yeah, I just real quick, when we discussed, professionally, this is a great opportunity. This is exactly what we're at for. And, I want to thank Joe, Sam, for communicating with Tom and I on a regular basis. Anytime you have issues, we call up to them immediately. I can tell you that Jason's not here, I guess, tonight.
Brendan? No.
He's not here tonight. I did speak with him, and he said that that their plan is solid. We are looking at the traffic study, but he said he was impressed with the plan as it is going forward. No objection there.
Manager Bolton, do you want me to read this now?
Oh, yes, if you would. We did get one comment. Email.
I think one of them might have been addressed, but it says, this was an email I received April 24th from Janet Leitner. It says, hi, I feel it necessary to send this email in regards to the old central football field that Indy Company is proposing to build a sports arena. There are two major streets that traffic in the area, North George Street and Route 30. My daughter used to work at the farm group beside the football stadium, and the traffic on North George Street and Route 30 was always backed up. I can't imagine what the traffic would be like during special events and tournaments. Who is going to direct traffic? This is just unimaginable. The second thing we listed was LERTA. The definition is LERTA legislation is to incentivize redevelopment of aging or deteriorating property. There isn't any existing property on the old football field. At the Borough Council meetings is the reason they shouldn't be building such a large sports arena. Regards, Jana Leitner. LERTA has sort of been addressed.
So
And the traffic study.
Tom and I and us and Charlie are going to be meeting with who are concerned with traffic as well. So we'll Martha, Mr. Child project. Absolutely. And they're not getting tax breaks.
Right.
Okay, they're paying the current taxes. They're just not paying staggered when the improvements over 10 years. But the borough will receive all of our funds. So this is nothing.
And that's the only response I have.
Any comment?
Hello. My name is Marvin Parker. I've been involved with a lot of sports recently since I moved here in 2017 in York County. And I'd just like to state, when I heard about this project, I really wanted to be involved with it from a very outside capacity. I think it's fantastic. I think the majority of the teens, young adults, parents have traveled to Nook for many of years, going 45 minutes, an hour, sitting in traffic, every which way. I want to have my children, other folks' children in this area to participate locally. We have a lot of athletes here in York, Adams County, that greatly benefit from that. The positive other side of it that I want to talk about. I have a background in emergency management. This could also be another possibility of having a shelter in place. If there's a mass housing incident, or if there's, I'm new to Pennsylvania, so I will tell you, when we're freezing here, and you have, a possibility of having a place in the shelter overnight. So long story short, I just wanted to say, I wanted to put my 2 cents in as a resident. And I do know the interest of it as no secret. When I heard about this, I felt that I needed to come and show my face and say that I think that everyone can benefit from it. It's all possible. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. So if you don't get early, you're not with the project?
Anybody else? That's on our agenda.
So what should we close the hearing?
Right.
You're supposed to.
So, is that, we have to take a roll call now, or?
No, you close the hearing.
Okay.
There's nothing
All right.
else to do.
We will close the hearing. We'll move forward with our,
You need a. According to my agenda, we need a pass and a second, a motion, a second, and a pass. All set.
Yeah, we need to.
okay, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn. I'll make a motion. Donnie, all right, and we have a second. I heard Tracy first, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, so moved. Very good. Thank you for your time. Yeah, very good. Announcements, we had an executive session tonight at 6 p.m. to discuss pending legal matters for the borough.
The pass is going. Or is
That was just to adjourn the meeting.
That is going to move forward with that later on.
Yes, I would. Right.
It is a little confusing way
Okay. So we can move to public comment on agenda items non-limited. Hearing none. Okay. We can move on. We'll move to approval of minutes. Any comments, questions, concerns? Motion? You make the motion? I mean, the motion to approve. we have a second?
Was that?
All right, all in favor, say aye. All opposed? All right, so moved. All right, we move to staff reports.
Thank you, sir. First item of business I have in front of you is resolution supporting legislative removal of the sunset provision for the underground utility line protection law with reauthorization. It reads, whereas one call system 811 was established in 1970 provision, and it's now up for reauthorization as it has times of 9 years. The original law, its kind in the United States, had included sunset provisions, which have been incorporated in the reauthorization of this legislation, which calls for continuing to ensure that the law is useful, good for the people of the state. And so that's the state that incorporated state laws, demonstrating the competency of the legislation today and in. Now therefore be resolved by the Council of the Borough of North York, this sunset provision be removed from the authorized statute, creating a more permanent situation for this endeavor unfolded through its completeness and processes. Also, upon the elected officials in Harrisburg to support this legislative change, one call system is determinable by calls away. So essentially, what we want them to do is when they reauthorize this, we want them to take the sunset provision in so that it becomes a permanent law instead of being reviewed every 5 or 10 years. And this was a requested resolution. They are in the process.
It's been a super successful program.
Yeah. But when they bring it up, it's going to be put addendums.
They do, they consider the whole law, make changes to it, and then reauthorize. Yep. So they're in that process now.
For a motion to accept or
Make that motion.
motion by Luke. Well, all in favor, say aye. All right, so moved. Very good.
Second resolution you have in front of you, establishing an electronics recycling program for its residents and partner municipalities. Whereas the residents of Borough North York have been requesting services, disposition of electronic, as these services are rarely and the North York Borough Public Works has the ability to dispose of such electronic for incinerator on Friday. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Borough of North York to establish such a service. Council shall, upon annual review, set a fee be collected by the borough staff in accepting electronics, which shall be $50 at the onset of this program. It will be used towards staff labor handling of material, travel to and from the incinerator. Residents should bring their devices to the borough office during normal business hours. Pay the treasurer or assistant the fee. The public will be notified to pick up the device from the office. The fee will be placed in its public works and borough tracking purposes. Staff has the right to refuse devices not disposed of at the incinerator, or may administratively suspend or end this program at any time, depending on market conditions. Should the borough administration suspend or end the program, council will notify me.
So it'd be $15.
So if they have a TV or a monitor or something, and they bring it over to the office, $15. The guys will take care of it.
Large,
Yeah, it's for $15 per.
larger TV, if they. Larger, something, if it's out front, make arrangements.
They have to drop it off here at the office and they have to make. Yes.
Is it still free to take care of yourself?
Yeah, Charlie's,
Or do you pay? Just feel good.
I'm not sure of that. I think we have.
Yeah, I remember. You used to just drop it off. So now you gotta pay regardless.
I'm sure any other time we have like $20 £1,000.
I make that,
so what we would do is we would collect them up and then whenever they have enough to make a load, they would take them.
But does somebody have, can they go up to the incinerator themselves?
I would imagine they could.
yeah, it's not a fee.
But they're gonna have to fill it up minimum. So this. In the trip up.
It's a service, and it's a service fee.
And if I can speak on behalf of all of the
So that, like I say, so they would have to be dropped off here. You can drop off Public Works, you can drop it off at our dumpster. Like it has to be dropped off here, tagged and paid.
Well, when you see now what's happening, is Tom tagging them, or what's going on? He's just.
If we're picking them up,
Because we're not gonna pick them up.
and then can they?
This program, they will have to bring them
The
in.
the only problem I foresee is people do dump those off, like, I've seen people that dump them out of their vehicles within hours. They do it. So what are we gonna do?
Well, we definitely force littering the same way we would.
We can ever figure out.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you've seen it.
TV show, take this and then sit out there. Right. And then that would be.
Well, when Tom goes around and pulls, he's sticking out somebody's house, you can knock on their door and say, hey, we have a recycling program.
Right.
Take it over there, you can't even say.
The only thing I'm saying though is, and he knows, bring out, tell. Whatever, doesn't belong to this. What are we gonna do about that?
We'll have to force littering.
Just try to figure out who did it.
Yes, sir.
It's a pretty high fee. $15 per item.
You know, it's better than not having an option.
We've been doing it for free for years, but like Charlie said, 4 or 5 per week, year.
So I'll bring you a 50-inch flat screen, $15. I'll bring you a laptop, $15.
Yep.
$15. Seriously?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, that's.
Well, the thing I'm looking at now that you said that, going to wait till we have, let's say, I don't know, 8, 10 items. Maybe the 15 is a little. Go with 10. I mean, I know it's not much of a savings.
That's up to you guys, but if we're spending more time.
A $15 fee for whatever you take.
Well,
I mean, you pull in one time, you pull a couple items out of your cart, it's $15. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but you want to charge $15.
What if somebody wants 5 floor models?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a lot more weight than a
People
toaster.
that do that.
Who does 5 floor models these days?
No, but people do stick to it. See people without places. You find 3 and 4 big TV stuff there.
So we 40 feet now.
We can make a fee schedule. Doesn't have to be 50. But, you know, I think the number 15 came out, that's still saving you money because you have to go to the dump. And Borough's been doing it. Really, doing it out of the kindness of Public Works Park. We're not obligated to take those up.
So you're just gonna get anything that's small enough to fit in the garbage bag.
And they're gonna
Well, that's
throw
what
it
you
out.
have now.
I'm not afraid of
Yeah,
that.
well, is that what everybody's trying to get away from? I mean, trying to get away from dumping everything in the garbage garbage
In the out.
and let it sit out. But to make it so expensive to take it anywhere, well, forget it. It's moving. We're not getting anywhere for the environment or anywhere else.
But we could do nothing.
I mean, if two guys are standing there, they gotta lift out 2 or 3 TVs, and it takes them 3 minutes longer, that's $15 per item.
So let me break this down for you. Send 2 guys over to the incinerator with a load of stuff. It's gonna take at least what, an hour? So if you're fast at it and there's no traffic, an hour. That $15 doesn't even pay one of those guys.
And we do that already. Right, we've been doing it.
And the Borough Council has charged us with stopgapping, and right now we're doing free service. So this would give an option.
It's not
we
free
put
to
it out
me,
there.
I pay taxes.
You don't have to use the service.
Well, of course I do.
You don't have to use it.
Well, everybody does if you have electronic stuff. They just sit it out now.
I know, this is why we're trying to come up with a solution.
Well, that's the thing, I'm gonna tell. That's what I'm worried about. I mean, I understand what.
If we keep announcing that people can dump stuff in alleys,
No. They do.
guess what's gonna happen?
No, they do.
How many TVs you take in a load?
Probably 7.
So an hour a day with 2 guys plus gas. I think that's more than fair.
Generally doesn't take 2 guys. 1 guy can run TVs over. I mean, generally. They help you.
Mr. Arlen?
So, I hear both sides, and I'm sympathetic to both sides. I drive around the borough 2 to 3 times a day. I think the biggest problem that we're facing is television and large items that are just laying in the alley. Whether or not somebody dumped them out, whether the people, I can't believe, I would love to sell TVs in this borough because there's got to be 150 sold every day between the boxes and the TVs that are laying out. I think that tends to be the problem. We're not looking at toasters. We're not looking at laptops. We're looking at the big items. Yes, there's where the sympathy comes in. Yes, I doubt very much anybody's going to bring a toaster. I doubt very much many people are going to bring a laptop. I'll be honest with you, I doubt too many people are going to come in and bring a television. They're still going to lay them in the house. So that's going to be my responsibility to go up to the door and say, why did you put your TV? Now you're going to be fined. It's going to cost you a lot more than $15. Yes, anyway, so why not? Right. So anyway, I mean, I'm going to knock on your door, and you're going to tell me, and I'm a nice guy. All right. When I see you got a you have some little box out, I'm going to take your word. I wish you could have a way.
Yes, but I can't.
The fee schedule, right? It doesn't, we're deliberating it now, it doesn't have to be 15. Time, still take, sidewalk is technically zoning violation. So, we're just trying to offer a solution. We're not trying to overtax the resident or taxpayer. But at the same time, I can't be sending public works to the dump every week with
It's
the
difficult.
truck and the manpower.
It's difficult, as you said, to charge $15. Who's the guy that pays $15? The guy that puts us over the limit? So it's not dollars a load. I mean, I see where he's coming from.
Right, well, no doubt about it, yeah.
But I wish maybe this is something that needs to be discussed a little farther. Rather than boosting another.
Well, here's what I would suggest, because we can review the fee at a time. We've got a lot of activity. We've got people calling, hey, look, and I got that.
Well, they can take it to the dump.
I mean, they can take it somewhere, but.
Right.
Well, then how about starting low, and if you see we're causing a lot of pick up and a lot of runs, then we have to raise the fee.
I'm not.
Well, that's what I was thinking to make.
If you want to do it.
Either.
Yeah, if he's got a toaster he wants to get, put it in a black bag and put it in your car. In your bag.
Yeah, I mean, we can review this. We can
That's what I'm
review this
worried about.
when we do the schedule fees for next year.
What do you guys want to do? You want to postpone this? You want to so Joel's making a motion.
Okay, so we're just. It's table. There's no postponement.
Can we,
Wasn't table technically?
Table means we put it down and next meeting we make it.
Learning.
can we, come up with some numbers?
Right.
I would be more than happy to take suggestions.
Love this idea, but yeah, I want people to want to participate. Right. Right now, we have a motion going from Joel, seconded by Vivian.
On the aspect part is everything that's going on, as far as the borough goes, as far as the different, calls, as far as the trash, can we send out flyers to people in their mail to explain all this?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Is our solution.
That'll be a great idea.
But, back to the motion, so all in favor of postponing, say aye. All opposed? All right, so moved.
Who's next?
No.
All right. Third resolution you have in front of you. Proposes PA House Bill 299. Proposes PA House Bill 299, Jake Schwab. Whereas Pennsylvania House Bill 299 has reached third and final passage in the PA House. And House Bill 299 would create new unfunded mandates, which would subject government, allowing a government agency to fine in the private sector, the risk of a fine may keep bad actors. It only hurts. Those standards are not road maintenance construction by local government. PennDOT safety regulations. The requirements set forth in manual or municipal traffic control places. And the Pennsylvania State Association of Boroughs, PSAB, Pennsylvania State Association of Township Supervisors, have voiced strong opposition against the unfunded mandate. Therefore, be resolved by the Council of the Borough of North York to oppose and urges and the PA governor to refuse. And he has about 10 co-sponsors. It passed in the House. Don't quote me on the numbers. I think it was like 160.
That in the
That is the House. Now it goes to the Senate for consideration. This asks the Senate
You accept? We got a motion by Joel and a second by Donnie. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? All right, so moved.
Thank you. Next item of business has to do with our, I mentioned speaking case. We are out of this. We can do that for 3 years, extension, we can do it for 2 years, and try to look at municipality to do it in the future. It depends what you guys want to do. Those are what I would need authorization. It is. Should be forbid, I'm sorry.
That's right.
So you're just looking for 1 year extension?
So we legally can't extend it any further. So he now has it. Because we're in our final. Extended and then some more. Or we can.
Yes, that's our option, right?
That's the only option.
Right, and that was the discussion.
We're trying to have this extended because we're looking for neighbors and friends to. So some of our. A little bit more weight than we get, so we're looking for
Bigger.
Right. But that's not an option.
Oh, you can't.
We're gonna have to bid it.
Yes.
In bidding it, do that as well.
What we'll do is we'll look around and we'll see what length it should be and any extensions so that it can align with other municipalities. Good bid in the future. So all you're doing is authorizing.
So,
That's what I put out. Whatever we ask for is what they will bid.
You're just authorizing him to develop a bid package.
We have a second? A second. Motion by Bill. Vote. So move.
Thank you. And then I do have on there that, because we had talked about it last time, the request for proposal for services, we can bring it to the next meeting. Deadline is. And then. My reports. Those are the action. So let's talk about. We touched on it last time. I think the borough has done its due diligence in this application over the course of the last. We've been working on this. Council this. And it's at the start of zoning officer Tom Arnold that storage is considered great fireworks visible location of the daily facility. After some analysis, the board used the deregulation. Told him that I had problems with as long as there were no commercial display or professional grade fireworks being stored. Investigation was launched upon the request of an individual council member at a facility. We received council stating this could be very dangerous in a serious public meeting. On the 22nd, fire chief, agency responsible for fire safety, my position in this operation, the product removed. He advised that contacted EPA, state police, state fire marshal, and to regulate the state fire. So there's additionally John Ham at the North County Office of the District contacted and Northern County Regional Police by Officer Long. Fire chiefs will also contact the Bureau of Firearms. And according to the state police frequently ask these entities have exclusive jurisdiction for force call date each of those efforts. On February 24th, this is for two companies by officer based on the fire chief's recommendation. This was to give the borough and other time to prepare. The borough solicitor was engaged to determine if there was a violation of any local or state laws concerning firearms. On April 5th, solicitor Waltelli advised that all time business had to satisfy the conditions at that due diligence, good faith communications, expenditure of funds, expiration of appeal for the period during which an appeal could have been taken from and insufficient evidence to prove individual property rights or public health, safety, or welfare would be adversely affected by use. Company satisfied the first four, and the fifth one, the use does not create safety hazard. Borough staff has employed due diligence in this investigation. Solicitor advised that if the borough concludes that there is no storage of fire, then the owner and see such letter should be rescinded. This has since contacted all appropriate state agencies. They are also registered to the county as business for tax purposes. Therefore, consideration is on company currently sued or commercial. Number two, new state regulations, National Fire Protection Association, not regulated fireworks and other explosives, category 1 as advised by our solicitor. Number three, Omar Steinberg, known for his works with pyrotechnic guild in the a former expert serving on pyrotechnic National Fire Protection Association, indicated during the meeting at the facility that there are no explosion hazards, no toxic gas hazards are known to result from consumer fireworks at stores or storage facilities. Four, the American Pyrotechnics Association has issued emergency response information for fires and transportation, which indicates consumer fireworks spread chemicals in the area, but they will not explode. Number five, Mr. Steinberg also indicated that in the event of an accident, the resultant fire would not repeat for responders to use hoses and tankers to extinguish the fire. No threat of fire spreading to adjacent areas. It has been determined that an adequate sprinkler system rapidly and effectively suppress any fire that could so, as such, with proper inspections of the sprinkler system, other safety provisions within and outside the facility, and charging Officer Command and PMCA to perform and enforce such regulations to ensure the utmost safety standards being maintained. Additionally, I asked the company fully comply with any request to enter and inspect the facility with a 48-hour notice that a Knox box be installed in conjunction with fire and police providers for the borough. Cease and desist work can be lifted as a mistake, provided officer were satisfied with other code zoning compliance. And then that same day, I had spoken with someone from EP. They the only agency that actually, right. It says, the following are my findings. Complaint was called into the office on 4/26. Complaint advised there are illegal explosives fireworks being stored in the building at 81 North North. From their understanding, the explosives being stored there is enough to blow up 4 to 5 square miles from what the light and others said. They know for a fact that some people have known about this. Complainant can't believe that on this type of product. In 5/1, an unannounced on-site investigation was made by 2 of their experts and the chief of the explosives and safety section of the DEP. Upon the owner and president of the company allowed them to inspect the house without hesitation. We walked through an inspection, no illegal was on the property. The ATF was also there for inspection. In conclusion of inspection, the product being stored there are consumer safety at all. The department has many rules and regulations in place, not only for the public, also for personnel at the quarry or at the no violations. Site investigation has been complete. So, just so everyone in the borough knows, you're not going to blow up. Okay, you are in no more danger of that building than you are a cardboard factory. Yes, it will burn, but I likened it to if you've ever seen the naked Lieutenant standing out front of the fireworks. There's nothing to see here. Fireworks going off everywhere. That is not the situation. That is not what. And I'm sure that by countless agencies here. That's it. They will continue to do their business there. Officer Arnold was just there in inspection. They filed for all of their zoning permits. They're doing all their inspections. There's no problem here, folks. Moving head in, came out this past month, put in our LED lights. That's a big project for us. Hopefully, I know Mr. Warner can see the difference. I've gotten his comments back. Hopefully, you'll see a lot cleaner, a lot brighter light. These are LEDs. So, tracking that over the next years. The safety project on North George Street, will be commencing here shortly. That's at the 7th Avenue intersection. They will be putting up new lights, crosswalks, everything. Now, of course, we have to wait for some projects to get done so that they can pay, so that they can put those in. But we'll send all the paperwork for that. So we'll need that. Now, so here I'm going to look. Columbia Gas is coming. So I know I updated council on this, but for the public's information, I was notified by Columbia Gas that there are certain provisions within law that have to change out some of the land houses. My first question was, why didn't that be done previously? So I'm not sure. I know we have some. Okay, so I'm not going to get too far into it, but I'm going to let them kind of details for the project. And then,
Well, before you do that, before I introduce them, I've had several. To give you a quick background, when I was told there could be up to 150 hours that needed to be replaced. And I thought that meant 150 street cuts, at which point I told them I would not allow, I would not be hanging from the flag. After all this through. So, in a lot of negotiations like today, we met probably for 2 weeks. It is now down to possibly 7 weeks out of all of this. Other than George Street's going to be cut up a little bit already. So, you know, they're going to do that now, but that's waiting for a state permit. They're applied to me, paid for the permit. And I've been assured, and I've got a decision, they're going to do the work. For an example, if they go in front of Sandy Nichols' house, which they are, and they take her sidewalk out, okay, and they cut across the street, before they are done, that will be compacted and ready to be repaved. So this has been a guarantee. I met with the people. I feel, I live here, knowing what I know now, I would not be the least. Having said that, we have Jack and Lisa. They're from Columbia Gas. They can a little more and answer any a lot better than I have. All yours.
Well, you for taking time to talk about this is what I guess. To point your question there. This is a meter move out program, so it's a little different than the infrastructure replacement project that you're referencing that happened prior to. So we have been mandated by the Pennsylvania Utility Commission, the PUC, to pull all of the meters out of the grid. This is safety. So it's not just access to the meter in the event of an emergency, but also to access that meter in the emergency. So that's why we're doing. Come after, there are quite a few residences in not just Northwood Borough, it's all the other North boroughs too. We have to come in, we gotta move these meters out. I do have fact sheets, a kind of an FAQ, as well as some apps, well, one app to show you what we're talking about. There have been 30-day notices that have been sent out to all the residents that will be affected by the meter move outs. Of course, restoration is always the #1 issue that we hear about when the property is restored. So we have a couple of different ways to ensure that the property is restored properly. Of course, first, Precision, the pipeline company, will come through and do video and picture imagery of the entire project. Okay, so we will have that baseline, so we know exactly what we're working with when we go back. What is your name? My name is Lisa.
This project actually started a few years ago.
Yes,
ma'am. West side, I don't know, like, the whole west side is finished.
And there are quite a few.
And what they did try to do that is they did try to do it together. I don't know what happened, but something happened.
Well,
I think when they get even when they did, say, my street.
Right.
There were a couple times where they would maybe come back one time they had an incident in the city.
Right.
It's a safety issue.
Well, yes, if there's an emergency type of work,
Yes.
then that does of course take priority.
It was a harassment type thing, that we all had to go in there.
Right. Yes.
So this is something that's been started a long
Yes,
time ago.
yes,
It was for the safety issue.
We will restore this, you know, especially on June Street, because if you come this year, time on that street this afternoon. We really do appreciate that you have been dealing with a lot of road work for the last couple of years. But we do have road full of like
But it's also good to know, and I think what people really need to realize is that they put the content inside
yes,
and
now.
out.
So we have meter ones, and then meter.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a safety thing. When's the last time anybody had a line done? So it's really important.
Well, actually, you bring up a really good point too, because I don't know if everybody is in Pennsylvania. The homeowner is corner of the service line from the home to the main.
Right.
So if there's any problems on the service line, that's your responsibility. So us coming through and doing this work, that really is a big bonus to the homeowner.
People I know, they everything brand new.
And that's what we are able to do. I mean, this is an inconvenience. We want you to do it right the first time, and almost as if you were never here. Yes, sir.
So, we,
Give you that question. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm the people that he.
Okay,
I have like 6 steps.
okay.
The old line that they sprayed paint on is right in the middle of those steps.
So they will actually move those lines. So from the main, they will create a new T further down the line, so that when they bring that lateral across, you're going to know exactly what you're talking about. That line no longer comes from these steps. It will go either to the left.
So they, you're in a job.
Absolutely, yes.
They want to process. Looking at it should be.
You very well.
I have a garden area there.
Okay.
You're gonna put the meter in that garden area.
It most likely will be, if it's right there on the front of the home, yes.
I think they did that in Law School. I mean, we
There you go.
And that's, a lot of people do landscaping, and it's tight. And we asked them around and looking at this property. We also took some of the old ones that you mentioned that we've gone through, and unless you're looking for a lot of them, this kind of blends in the environment.
There is one in the alley off Main Street. Is it Howard Alley back there too? Where I live? Yeah, it's sit down.
Driving around saying we did see several that were in the alley that were already outside. They probably won't be touched.
I'm saying
Children are sitting.
children are sitting on that, rocking it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So that's on.
since you brought that up, I'm also interject this. Grateful for the men because it worked and but they put the which I appreciate, but I will say this. I think kids climbing on it, so I'm wondering, I saw, it might have been in the senior So is that something, if it is somewhere, that is going to be can kind of play on it without people.
I mean, honestly, I think facilities is priority, I would say number 1. So, if you have no of those meters potentially be affected, about to take a look at those and see if extra maybe, age or putting it into a new whatever.
You want to see them climbing up on the window.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. No, I mean, we do have a lot of the technology that they have now in these meters is fantastic, and both of them can be shut off. They're automatic shut off. In anybody that they don't want to have. Right, exactly. Yeah, and I mean, we are big proponents of the 811, so thank you. I want to go ahead and thank you for voting to allow that sunset or to go away. Yeah, eliminate that sunset. But yeah, damage to the it's a huge concern for us, and a lot of money every year. Trying to keep people from doing damage and also going back to fix things. So we definitely would like to know the location.
The borough is legally responsible for the streets
Yes,
and sidewalks.
Yes, sir.
That's not part of our immunity from suit. So when you cut open the street, are you going to then, like right now it's smooth, it's all brand new. What is the length of the repairs you're going to put in? Is it just going to be
actually, I can let Jack talk a little bit more, he's more into restoration, but it's kind of like close the laterals are. And how far, you know, like, Tom was saying earlier, we've identified a lot of places where we hopefully don't have to go lateral street, but we do the street where we've got several that are lined up there, we will set.
You'll do a whole section up.
Right, yeah, that's correct.
And, will you warrant the work so that it is, you will be prepared to it if needed, if it deteriorates faster than the rest of the street?
I would think so. I honestly can't answer that question.
Our contractors will, it'd be similar to what we have in other municipalities, but the treatments we have depend on.
Okay, but my question is, will you warrant the work for the period of the rest of the street?
For the rest of the street.
Yeah. In other words, this street is just repaid, let's say 10 years.
Right.
I don't want warranty for 1 year.
I see what you're
Warranty
saying, yeah.
for 10 years, or whatever the life of the street is, until the whole street is repaid. You know, I want to maintain it. Makes
Right.
sense?
Understood.
Oh, I understand absolutely what you're saying. I honestly don't know exactly how, let me exactly. That's not really. We didn't install the rest
You're not
of
gonna
the
get a
street.
contract.
You know what I mean?
Are you
So let me
contracting
just
with
take
the
it back.
borough to get a permit? You're contracting with the permit?
Yes, we are.
We'll issue the permit, which is guaranteed.
So I have a supplemental restoration agreement, because like I said, we're doing this in Abbottstown as well, at the same time. And the agreement, draft that I sent, same one that we asked the township had used. So I talked to people through it, make sure that all the aspects follow us, and then that will give us our guarantee.
And by the way, they read that today, and you have no objections, correct?
I didn't see anything in that document that I read earlier that.
Yeah, that when we had our meeting over in Abbottstown, you know, guys had like 5 people, and they were like, "Yeah, we did this with Shebang." So our engineer over there contacted Shebang, got the language, did up the agreement for Abbottstown. So, look at this.
Because I haven't seen that agreement.
Not yet, because he's supposed to give me this.
Okay. Yeah, I know that there's, you know, that we warrant the work, and Columbia has an ongoing agreement with other municipalities.
Then there would be no issue extending it to your municipality.
And we can make sure that that's it.
Yeah, so what Tom has the draft for us, well, that's. We're not that far in. Anything else on Columbia?
Did a great job doing post. Thank you for seeing you doing. You did do some on this side too.
We did actually, and a lot of it will intersect with where the new project is taking place.
They were. Okay, no problem. Okay. So the park, I know this is a public situation. The park cannot be done in the winter. The park has to be done between April 15th, October 15th. Same as paving the road. So that is why the park is closed, because now it's warm enough for us to do the work. We can't dig in the ground in the winter, can't install playground equipment in the park. We can't pour concrete, we can't lay black. So that's why the park's being done now. We have 20 signs, 20 signs around that park saying, you know, that it's closed. We have yellow netting up, or orange netting up at the entrances saying closed, which somebody's already drove through. So we need public, please stay out of the park. Right now we're doing a demo in-house to save us some money. So Charlie and Public Works is doing all the demo work. And in about a week or two, a contractor will come in and they're going to start ripping everything up and doing the heavy work. So, the park is closed, please don't be on there.
It's an inconvenience. Yeah, there's not any time in the park, so bear with us.
We've got,
I have got a today that just, some of them fit as far as what, when it's done.
they're gonna see, well, you're gonna have 2 basketball courts instead of 1. You're gonna have a new pavilion down at the end, you're gonna have a new wall, path around there, you're gonna have a new playground equipment.
I thought that was postponed and put benches down there for the walk.
No, we're trying to find other savings.
Well, that would be a savings better than another pavilion.
So the smaller pavilion
Yeah.
is in place at the end of the track, so that if somebody's walking and they get tired, or it's hot out, they take a break without having to walk to the other end of the park.
We can always mix.
Thank you.
We approved it, we don't do that later.
Because it's pretty expensive.
Well, that was brought up.
Yeah, it is, because it's a very small pavilion, I think the cost is $1,000 for a pavilion that was 2 benches, so it's a lot of money.
So we're looking into cost savings with that, if we can get a better price. Not, it may get mixed, but the entire park will be graded. Right now, if you use the open field,
There used to be grills down there in the park, charcoal grills. Still is. They're not gonna put them out in the open again, are they?
They're not out. They removed one.
Yeah.
There's still one.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were still.
We can always install those.
Yeah.
those are quick and easy, and
Yeah,
those,
that's something we can do.
those
in-house.
aren't required to have authorized installed,
Yeah.
certified.
Right, yeah, whereas the playground equipment.
Playground equipment has to be by a certified. So I apologize for parking. $9,000 for the next park.
Your anticipation is September finish.
I hope so. But I can't dictate that.
I would also like to say on the anti-part as the parents go, I know a lot of parents are complaining about anything to do. We are going to end up finding some basketball nets, so portable ones to see somewhere to where they can end up playing just for now. But parents, please watch your children and please make sure that they do not go down to the park because they're going to end up getting hurt. So, we should not be down there, and parents should be.
It's posted, it's on the website, and I put out a code there.
Wherever these were to maybe, parts would be like in a parking lot or something. Get hit.
Yeah, we're just not sure.
It's in discussions. In our
It's always,
Somewhere it's
it's
not.
always great.
Over here would be, there's lots of room over.
As far as staff updates, I want to thank the staff again. It's good to see most of them here. They've been working hard. Every day I come in, I get, a couple different certifications from them. In their areas. Charlie and the guys have been taking classes on site and online. June, over at York Fairground, also through PA One Call. I want them all to go over and learn as much as they can. Represent the borough there.
Does Cedars still have?
Portable basketball nets behind that warehouse down there on that flat land. Right there where the apartments are,
Right in front of your house.
Well, there's gotta be another one up on 8th Avenue too. Up there where that the land is. That edge is-
resolutions that were approved at the last meeting, were sent to PSAB, and they were in line to be considered by the resolution policy committee. I'll keep you updated on that once I hear what happened. And then the last thing I have is, we've been working with pit stops on our website, continuing to find ways to provide services there. We're just about any payment we can do, I think we can do online for office administrative zoning fees, and both Scotty and Ross are working to find ways to do other things. They look a lot better, so thank you for that. We've worked with Pete on embedding on our website. So tonight we are streaming. I created a YouTube channel, and we are streaming that on Facebook. And that stream has a link for the page. So we told Facebook, hey, we're streaming over the website. And directed them there, put the link, and put their tonight, later on, for new business, I'm going to ask you permission. There's, I don't want to use the word accessible, but that's, it is really accessible. We rarely get any correspondence from anybody on that page that hasn't already been. We have residents, as I've been, all email, all of the borough, go to council meeting. They have things to do. I have gotten emails, I have gotten folks to address those. I've never received one thing that has positively turned for them. And at this point, there's no reason to have.
Will you use the Facebook recreation or not even that?
No.
Newsletter?
We would set up a recreation page on the website, and then folks can go to that page, get the events, anything else. And then questions, they can respond. Email or call.
Actually, I think I would help you do that.
It'll be a one-stop shop on our website. And if you want to pay a bill, go here. You want to see a meeting, go here. Ordinance, go here. You want to see a budget, go here. And we're going to continue to expand that information. So that's what we do. You'll consider that a meeting. That's my thing.
Go to the, if you would.
Okay, our recreation money spent for the month of April was $1,552.88, and of course that was for the park. The sewer total of expenditures was $5,373.23. April total $20,775.08, and the general fund expenditures were $15,901. Any questions?
I have, trust, is that,
That's our computer company.
right, is that? Oh, is it what we're paying?
Now, that's not just for them to help us with the truck. That's our 365 Microsoft, our document. It's everything. It's not just,
It's our
their
outlook,
support.
it's everything.
Yes, yes. Everything's all. Yes, our software is on there. There's our firewall stuff's in there. It's not just, there's. We have to pay money. It's deep. And that covers all the computers in the office. Not just-
How many do you have? 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, Charlie's 5, and then the laptops. And
Yeah.
so we have 6 desktops and then laptops.
And that kind of sign, all that stuff is covered.
I know, I heard they
I have eyed up tray stuff.
Yes.
Sonya knows I've had a lot of questions about the cost of the tray stuff. It's very,
well,
unfortunately,
next year.
They're called their right. Back in my system because, and I make from the system, they did that and I helped them do that. So they really don't
When
spot
we first did our emails, I called me and remotely was
Yes.
working with them and did it.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice. So that's the report for the current, wheelchair payment.
Looking for a motion to accept. You have a second? All right, all in favor, say aye. Opposed?
To ratify and approve bills 5-9.
Motion to,
I make that.
very good. You have a second? All in favor, say aye. All opposed? All right, so moved. Very good.
Okay, we got your packets, it's from attorney comments. It's URT, the York County Quick Response Team. They're requesting donation. If you look at the right-hand corner, we had not donated 21, now we do $21,000. And that's your sense, you know if you want to do that or not.
So that is, budgeted previous year. So, yeah, if council authorizes it, we'll use it.
Where's the final line?
Yeah, I've got a couple of spots here. Well, our engineering is about $20,000. I don't anticipate for that. We have
That's engineering.
under our engineering, we had 20,000 budgeted plus another 5 for stormwater. $4,700 out of 25,000. So I usually take 1,000.
But it'll be terrible.
Whatever you got.
Or make sure we're in the budget for something bigger next year.
Is there?
Yeah, I mean, that's whatever you
I
got.
just hate to cut somebody else, something else short, but we might need.
We won't be short on that. Do we need the engineering?
Does that have to wait?
No, I haven't. I put action correspondence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just didn't know what promotion.
Right.
I don't know what.
What do you guys think? You want to action the organization or you guys donate 500,000? 0?
I can just to keep you reassured, at this point, we are at 53% revenues. And this is we are like a lot of those payments were like the big ones that sent police, fire, so they've come out.
Or trees. Motion to donate 1,000 to the quick response team, right? QRT. Okay.
Yes,
All
York
in
County
favor?
Quick Response.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, so moved. Very good, guys. Yeah, we also omitted that last year. Good organizations doing.
Okay, the next thing, newsletter. I sent out April 24th, I sent out to people for the newsletter so we can get it out. It's going to be done quarterly. I heard back from the police department and I heard back from the zoning officer. So at this point, the newsletter will not be out.
So we already have people with the digital layout. I've got previously. You just need content.
Wait a minute, so.
We can't write the whole
Hold
newsletter.
on, who did you?
I heard from New York County Police and I heard from Tom. Okay.
There should be previous newsletters. A lot of our newsletters past had general tips and tricks, trade.
Right.
I'm gonna pull one of those up from, I know we did last year, the year before, just.
How do you guys how many copies of them? Because she can't find them in the computer.
I'll try to see.
You check. I can look, I can check the council figures and what we have.
Okay, she can't find anything on her computer.
Have to come from somewhere.
Because it's, if you look to the search engine, nothing comes up.
We can't find.
Well, I mean, honestly, what I would like to see either what your focus is, what is important to you going forward, why you're going forward, and you know, about the community. You know, hey, I've lived here for 20 years. Hey, I grew up here. Whatever. Like if each of you in the mayor paragraphs, that's what we need to know. I mean, we can put up graphics. We can say, hey, stop. But you know, how many times can you put that in?
Yeah, but not
No,
enough.
no.
I was gonna say, you can put it in every screen.
Not enough, yeah.
But I really want them to get to know, you know, get to know the mayor, get to know the staff, you know, on the right report. Probably Wendy, you know. Hey, this is people who care about this community. This is why things are better. Maybe they'll join us.
So I'm gonna assume though, Tom's paper, you put a little thing in about the grass and the weeds,
Yeah.
is that your thing? Because that's really important.
Quicker we get content, quicker we'll get the newsletter out.
The properties in the borough that need it. I'm not talking about recreation, I'm talking about properties on George Street, they're right there at 7th Avenue, that whole row of they park there, they can't park out front. There's cars on the front porch for over 30-some years. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know.
I know it doesn't look nice, but.
Can we get on the?
Well, it's actually a violation. Things is what.
Even if they paint the properties. Like,
We were looking into, we were having a grant. And work with.
CDBG or this is
Like the housing parts based on homes.
Pre-COVID, they came here every year and no one came.
So it was a
You
3
can't force people to.
I know.
And
I know, but it's.
Yeah, county was saving up $30,000 improvements to the house in that condition.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but that's, I'm talking about the actual grant. You know, you put 10% and they grants.
Part of my report.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I just wanted to. I will be available by. Dave knows I talked to Dave, Ross and I have spoken about certain things. I just let them know.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think everything's gonna be okay, and she got back up here. Got her trained.
Let's,
We're gonna head out.
okay, thank you for the report and thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, Tom, you move forward for report.
They on won't be until late September. The system that from automatic will be put in at the pump station, you will all be. I mean, the system never looks so good with that ecosystem in there. Aerator.
Oh, down, so. When you say that looks beautiful, that's what they say.
Oh, it's
Good. Here.
Is it gonna be hard to maintain?
No, be relatively easy. We runs off of a 5-gallon bucket, but it only puts drops in
And that's all you need.
for 1 minute every hour. So you can probably turn it back every.
That's good.
Every it's at all.
Well, yeah, until somebody brings a chicken fire.
You know, it's working really well.
And we're doing that previously, that's why we got it.
A couple weeks now.
Yeah, good.
We finished it as well as group on it. But we have other things that are going on right now, and that's with the.
You guys do that yourself?
Yes. Yeah, we said that.
They are great.
Yeah, we had that. We'll finish that up. I will look. At least 2 one. But I said, with the other work going on down, that's kind of got us.
Yeah, that can, with the roof can wait a couple months.
Yeah. I got time to get it. We are working it, removing the playground equipment. We got to get a lot of the act. Cost down. Just like we can. And like everybody else. I don't think. And that's probably what's going to happen. But well, and big thing is, I think, yeah, Chief Anderson, one of the, would say, once they bring the equipment and put stuff in there, you're going to get fine.
Yeah, I think that's that time, and that's.
Yeah, I mean, I have what we need to have, and I do have.
But it's a shame, I mean, I know I went down and where the kids' toy things are at, it's still a big dip there, and I thought. Fucking iron.
Still have some, you know, we're the end. A week earlier, but I'm looking at the last week of May.
Now, when you get your equipment up, are you just gonna, and move that somewhere, you're gonna store it, do you just have time to put it where you're?
Storing it in the rec building, best I can.
If that's
So,
somebody else. You
yeah,
can't, you can't install, you can remove it.
we can install it.
Are they gonna do that all the time? Because that's,
For that we can't.
right, I know,
Once I remove that,
that's what was scrapped.
Yeah.
That's a lot of metal. Hey, what, you can still make money on that, there's people that collect those things. I'm serious.
never looked at
That slide is collected with some people. I mean, we don't think so.
Once you take it down, metal, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you, Charlie.
I did want to say one thing, just today, one of my picked up 9 gallon trash bags of garbage just today. 9 bags.
People got to do better.
Is that just,
And I mean,
One the other
really,
day, or
really,
just one
that was
yesterday.
only George Street, Slay, New Street. That wasn't all the side streets, all right. That's not all the streets.
yeah.
That's
So that's like,
I've been talking about bags.
I don't know why they keep, so I chose and put it out. But the
That's what they
town,
do. They don't Friday, put their garbage out. That's
same thing.
clean up the new.
Buy everything, dumpsters didn't work.
It is. That's great.
Well, thank you guys.
I just
Appreciate what you guys do.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mr. R, what is yours?
Thank you, Mr. President. First, I want to echo what Charlie. I cited, well, when I say cited, I so far in the last month, probably 20 grass, trash. I can't be everywhere. I get texts from a lot, mostly from people, yes, my name. Yeah, and I appreciate it. It is amazing how much trash is generated. I know one of the things that we're looking at with a trash company is everybody is going to get more than likely a trash. It's going to be a requirement. So hopefully that will alleviate trash bags. Birds and animals, on a windy day, the trash street ends up on 7th Avenue. And, these guys are picking it up. It's a shame.
Mostly apartments.
It's everything. It's everything. So, I mean, we've tried, I sent out 33 violations 1 week for people that are having trash cans. And the same people that I sent violations to are still using trash. So, we hit them again, we hit them again. So, I'll give you an example, and I don't, 13 or 7 or 2. Okay? The same guy owns that building that owns the park. So he owns the same building. The other day, the director out to 2 feet high. So he got a $100 fine because he dealt with this guy. Then the next day on Friday, day after trash, there was so much trash out front. It was unbelievable. I called him, and his response to me was, "Not my fault, my tenant." And I can't totally say what I said because we're not supposed to swear. But I pretty much told him, it is your fault. Okay? You own the building. You are responsible for it. So now they took the trash back. So what happened is Monday I drive by, there's about 15 trash bags in a mattress. So I called him again. Same response. And I said, well, okay, that's fantastic. I'll just send you another $100 fine. So I did last week for the grass. And he said, well, it's not my problem again. He had the tenant called me. And she right away started with a call to me. I got her calmed down. And what I did, I went to Penn. I tracked them down in the borough. They picked up every bit of the trash for me. Okay? And they took the baby mattress. It shouldn't have been taken Thursday. But to keep the place clean, between Public Works and myself, we're doing everything that we can. All right? Hopefully people listening on YouTube today will contact, if they're landlords, talk to their tenants. If they're a resident, talk to their neighbors. It's like Charlie said, how long would it take you to go out and pick up that empty water bottle that's laying in front of your neighbor's house? And wouldn't it be nice if everybody did that and the borough looked better? Anyway, back to my report. As of May the 3rd, so we're days past that, I've now collected $51,300 of there's about 25% of the people that are going to get a love letter from District Justice Clancy.
What are you up to, Tom?
51,350 dollars. I'm going to be getting about $12,000 from Fifth Avenue apartments this year, so that'll put us up to 62,000. I've collected $24,965 in permit fees so far this year, and so you can see we're at about $76,000. And I do appreciate Borough Council telling me back in December and January about what it should run, because I was doing it wrong. So now we're doing what. Once all the landlords have responded either to me, which properties are going to be inspected this year. I've had several vehicles towed again from the streets. I got to tell you one. I tagged it, put it back in the winch, giving them 5 days. So they moved. They went from Wheat Street to George. So then I put a tag on George Street. They took the tag off. So another tag on it to George Street. So they moved to 7th Avenue. All right? 5 days, it went bye-byes instead of that. Okay? We got it. So I've had several more vehicles towed, and I've had vehicles moved by the owner that should have been moved to begin. We started this permit application for next to the pump house and the firehouse, where people we get permits for those, and there's no charge. Those live on Duke Street and 100 block Avenue, and they're issuing 4 permits by the pump house so that we know who they are in case we have to get them moved. We've issued 3 so far. We do have 1. Okay, it's going pretty smooth. The people are paying. I've now, as of this date, 39 parking tickets. So far, I've sent about 11 across the northern region. And Sergeant Kulik up there helped me send them to the District Justice so that we'll get that clear. I can't run tags. They're the ones that are here.
Tom, if I can interject. Pardon? If I can interject real quick.
Yes.
So folks, 49 parking tickets, 11 went to Northern Regional. Let me explain the difference. You get a parking ticket from, you come in and pay it, that's the end of it. If you don't pay it, it will go to regional. Well, thank you for helping out. At that point, then you're going to the magistrate, you're going to pay extra money on top of it. So please, folks, if you see one of these in your car, bring it in and get it taken care of. It's just going to be a bigger mess there.
What is?
$25. If somebody's illegally, it's $25. If they ignore that and it goes to the PD, justice, so if they'll be found guilty, I can use a problem plus at least $150. So you want to park right on the line, you want to park backwards in the street, you want to do something like that, that's fine. It's going to cost you. The property in 7th Avenue has been condemned for quite a while. Finally, next to this houses and garages. We've done the due diligence where we have to advertise it in the neighborhood. We've done all of that, and now it'll be the hearing is on the 16th.
It is Tuesday?
Pardon me?
It is Tuesday.
Tuesday the 16th. Whatever the 16th is.
Isn't that primary?
That's election day.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. You already advertised.
It's been advertised.
Well, three advertised.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, well, we'll take care of that. You said something.
Yeah.
Because we've talked to everybody about it, the attorney and everything.
So this is the one.
Yeah.
Tom, you could still hold it.
Yeah, we'll probably, because I don't have well attended. We
I
got,
mean,
yeah.
if he wants to keep saying day, but I would just.
The house on 417 was condemned. Brought to the fire. The house is scheduled actually to be a sheriff's sale on October the 2nd, I believe, Walt. And at that time, we'll have our debt certified one way or the other. More than likely, what's going to happen is it's going to go through sheriff's sale. Whoever purchases it, whatever the fee is, will get paid first, and then they'll take possession of the house. It's unfortunate. I'm very sorry for someone who owns it. He's really kind of up against it. We've tried to do everything we can to help. Different.
Is this the one that was vacant?
No. The next one I'm going to talk about is 50 West 9th, which is vacant. 52. That one is scheduled for sheriff's sale August 2nd. Okay, now we don't have as much vested in that. If a grass cutting is on top of my $1,500, but that's all been given to a shed here in fact right now. 50 West 50. I don't have it on my report. Quickly update people on the 11 and 7 cemetery up here on George Street. The grass was horribly high. So I was able to get a hold of somebody in charge of that. I suggested they do that. They got a fire. They did. So if you've driven by it, I also talked to them about the house I wanted to get in. Because just from the outside, you can see the roof collapsing on the inside. And really, from a fire standpoint, to try to get in there, it's not safe. I was told they're going to be demolished probably within the next which is unfortunate. It's a shame they couldn't restore that, which is a lot of historical value. But, that's.
The volunteers take care of cemetery.
Well, they had paid people to mow the lawn. Last year they got some young fellows from a church group or something, I believe. They didn't get them this year.
That was part of their secret.
And there was a fire there, maybe more than likely intentionally set behind the building in the little house. So it's becoming a problem. The next day, see me Friday to complain about it before everything was there. And he's concerned about his house. So it was started with fire. What we can, the problem alleviated. So, and I want to just as authority to, I want to thank Borough Council. You guys are fantastic, and I appreciate it. Here are some things.
Are you up for review? Is there?
Yes, by the way, I did an increase. So that's my report. If anybody has any questions? Yes.
Where there's, they can't get them out to the street.
Already talked to the Penway.
That's been
most of them prefer this.
Yeah, and what's going to happen is if, say, it's a $50 trash can, the good thing about it is, unless you haven't noticed, any trash company, they love kickballs. They bounce them down the street, whatever. Now, $40 one, they busted. You got to spend another $40. If you're going to be required by Penway never to get a can through them, which you pay for it, distribute it on your bill, they destroy it, they pay nothing. They give you nothing. So,
And it's going to be.
everybody's getting it.
Yeah, but we agreement to get that.
Yeah.
We can
We're
come
in the
up with
process.
numbers.
That's
It'll be part of the bid packet.
Right. And that's something that, because it's in the ordinance, everything all trash has to be in an approved container. And people pretty much have put their nose. You know, nobody, down these streets, all great alley and stuff like that, Charlie will tell you, Wendy will tell you, it's nothing. I mean, it's horrible. I got pictures of trash bags and birds sitting on top of them, picking them over. So
if we require the bid, if we require the bid,
the ordinance is you're supposed to have a barrel. You're not supposed to have, you're going through pandemics. The borough doesn't go you.
Our ordinance is you just have to have a lid with a canister.
Yeah. Supposed to have a lid on the thing.
It's supposed to be in the trash can, it's in the ordinance, it's been there for years.
One of the things that's happened in the last year is we're trying to alleviate that problem.
So my bill, that I get charged for 4 bags plus one.
So basically, that 4 bags is going to be what's in that trash can.
You're going to get big trash cans. And the big part of that is when they break it, they replace it. You get the little can out, like out can, and they bust the bottom of it, and all your garbage ends up on the street. Put it back over. No, they don't.
so what'll happen is, instead of picking up your garbage,
You probably food in your bag. You got people that put pizzas in the bag.
We're trying to alleviate it. We want the borough to look nice. We've had people from other, I know, I think it's funny.
No,
That's
what
our job.
I think's funny is cans. With us having
Right.
people that cans all the time. And as soon as the wind blows, she's out there running around North York, filling up 9 garbage bags. It has nothing to do with bags. It's cans without lids.
okay, so
It's also cans without bottoms in them and everything.
What I'm trying to do is, I was hired to enforce the ordinance.
I understand that's the first I've heard of that.
It's been my job.
26 years I've been filling out bags.
So once we do the bid package, we will require them to include toters. All garbage companies prefer to give their own toters because they match up with the machines, and then they don't have to lift it. You can put it on and it'll lift it itself. You have a round plastic garbage can, they can't do that with it. That's why they pick it up and then toss it back. So once the machine dumps it, brings it back down, they roll it over to the side. That's it. You don't have upside down cans. You have lid keeping everything in it. You don't have your can destroyed.
What about an elderly woman or a person with a disability? Where are they gonna get that big?
It's on wheels.
So,
Neighbor.
Yes,
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Hold on. We don't need to litigate, can should be. The ordinance says now, trash can has to have a lid. Put out bids and with the designation. We've argued about tonight. Have the bids. So we can come in and argue about it now. Now, that's not on the agenda, so we don't need to litigate. What you're talking about has been on the books for years.
But it has not been enforced.
And it's not been.
Well, and just if I may say so. Bag out every day for years and never have a problem because you care and have to put your garbage out. Not everybody does. Put it out the gas. So much food in there, the animals smell it. So it has become a terrible problem in certain areas more than others, and I think that big, I've seen it, streets, or almost every.
It's the same problem everywhere in this world. 10% of the people are paying the price for the other 90% of the people.
Great. All right, let's move on. Mayor's report.
Thank you.
Okay, before I start the report, there was a request for donation. This was actually for the gift letter team, and we did that. And don't want to still go ahead with something.
So I do have it as an action item for donation. You can present that.
I don't know, what do you say? Who wants the donation?
Community Progress Council.
Want to tell people what they?
They're connected, helping young moms, single moms, basically helping people bills, food.
It's essentially an anti-poverty. Right. Well, right. It's low income is the primary anti-poverty. And it's, it's I think they guarantee that it goes to, if you donate to them, it's to local community that they apply to, right? So it's not like her donation is gonna go to California or something, it's gonna help your county.
Yes.
So not necessarily more short.
Correct. But I'm certain there's a lot of people who are eligible for it.
Yes. Anybody have a number in mind?
$1,000? Yeah. Someone want to make that motion?
I motion it. Second.
And second by Vivian, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed.
Is that on?
All right, so moved. It's the action item.
Good issue.
So,
Thank you.
okay, mayor's 2023 for the Borough County Regional Commissioners meeting. And the project for the new police stations moving forward, financing agreement was reached with S&T. All new police vehicles are now in place. We have 2 of the readers that were installed and are being installed. That brings a total of 11 systems installed on Patrol Street. They are excellent. They are coming towards going away. But we have to tell whether there's a suspended license, whether it's registration expired. They can also tell whether there's a child. It's sexual.
Yeah, like someone on the Megan's Law offender list, so you can drive around
So
the
they can check that
playground.
and see it taken care of. So they are very useful. We did donate price of 1.
Yes.
Like I said, they are very useful. I see them used constantly. There was chief communications were given to officers today. Safe. Thank you. On January 26, 2023 at 21:03 hours. He was on Parkway Boulevard, west of North Orange Street, with his LPR. Notified him that the Blue
Mercury stand was driving on a suspended registration. With this information, he performed a traffic stop on the Mercury. When speaking to the driver, he smelled a strong odor of raw marijuana. He noticed the driver was nervous when speaking, and the driver denied a consent search of the vehicle. The officer discovered the driver had a bench warrant for his arrest. He arrested the driver for the active warrant and seized the vehicle. He then obtained a search warrant for the vehicle. Upon searching the vehicle, he found 30 pounds of marijuana. That's not what the officer said.
How does it say?
30 pounds. The driver was subsequently arrested for possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance. We successfully removed the drug dealer from the street, and we appreciate that. Some of the police activity in the borough for the month of February, highlighted for this month, was a motor vehicle theft on the second block of West 9th Avenue. An unknown actor stole the victim's rented On the 31st, there was a theft in the 1100 block of Courts. 3 unknown juveniles stole the victim's chocolate milk off the porch. While being chased, the juveniles dropped the package, and the actors was not available. For the month of 2023, borough calls decreased by 31 calls for the same time in 2022. Borough had 75 calls for the month of March 2023, and the total calls for 2023 for the borough total 505 calls for 34 calls less than in 2022. The officers are around. You might not see them, but they are around. They do have unmarked cars. Beware.
Is that chocolate milk alone?
Yeah, leave the chocolate milk alone.
When you speak to people, walk around, walk the bees or
No, they do year round, mandatory 15 minutes for North Borough. Track every day.
Yeah, I've every day I'm up here, I see here for some. He's on the main street, on the side street. And thank also to Officer Naylor, who helped us out with the book.
Yeah, I had gotten a phone from Officer Naylor. Should be doing with people down the park. At that time, I said, give them warnings at this time. And I said, then we'll figure out in between. That's it.
Anything that? Yeah, in June, we'll be adding WellSpan is putting social worker / mental health worker. Yeah, we finally got one coming in June, and they will be stationed at the police department. So, yeah, with juveniles and parents don't know what to do with them, people with mental health problems, homeless people, we'll be referring that to either the social worker, or if it's a current crisis going on right then and there, we can have them drive or ride with the police officer to the situation that, where it's more of a social issue than a criminal. Yeah, I think that's
great. Also, I didn't realize it.
Yep. June 21st. I guess that's all. Good. Thank you. Chief Leader.
Good evening, everybody. 10 calls for service this month, and we have the building fire here at 419 George Street. We wrote that as an accidental situation. It was an accidental fire. So, the process of doing our test and also hire at least 10 people here, hopefully in July, once we get the process done. Get them pumped up for the department. I'm looking to do a ceremony for 40 minutes. I'm looking to do that 26th December, Friday. May 26th, we're looking for that. And we have 2 awards to give out to some civilians in the city for some actions that those folks did. So, other than that, things are going on. So, it's kind of. I did apologize to Tony about not turning in my letter. I was on vacation. It was slow on getting answer my email. So something for the newsletter. On that. So,
Oh, good.
So,
Thank you. Kevin, the main report. So we can move on to the solicitor report. Mr. Tilly.
All right, you have your, I think you received a draft of the ordinance for parking will be found as if we want to enhance permit. Parking, I mean, or abandoned or uninspected. So,
Real quick, I guess I should ask, if we're updating a fire ordinance or something too, correct?
That was,
Oh, we did do that last one? Okay, I'm just checking, I couldn't remember.
Joel, you second. All right. All favors say aye. All opposed? All right, so moved. Very good. Donnie.
the next item is to take action on the Borough ordinance based on your ordinance or and then table.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready. So looking for a motion?
Tracy,
Making a motion to approve? Yes.
approve the ordinance.
Do we have a second? Second. Second by Donnie. And then whatever.
All right, roll call, Seth Item.
Yes.
HVAC. Donnie Thomas.
Yes.
Joel Collier.
Yes.
Tracy Nance. Motion passes 4-1.
That's all I had.
Thank you, Wolf.
So, under the engineer, Jason Bregman, had sent out an email, to me, suggesting that, council take no action on the revised plan update. As I stated, he said he is very solid with the plan, except for the traffic situation, which he wants to discuss. with you. So, tomorrow, however, some of the township folks can't make that now, so we are looking time on Monday. So I'm gonna ask Tom and Charlie to join me at that meeting, whenever it's set. And next month, we'll bring you a plan.
So.
That's mainly just be due to traffic.
It's only the traffic situation, Jason has questions about, the township has some concerns, so we want to get everybody together, make sure we're all on the same page. Next month, try to move forward.
Promotion.
So yeah, I'm just gonna ask that you take no action at this time.
If I could on that, there's an automatic vacation in jail this weekend or this evening at 6 o'clock. Executive. We appreciate the designation. With all due respect, Mr. President, we would like to appreciate working with you very much. We would ask to consider tonight a conditional file approval. As Mr. Eisenhower, important to us from a legalization standpoint, things we need to relative to the evening, we think addressing conditions fully protects, gives us the momentum that we are very confident that how these traffic issues can be worked out, it will be worked out, but the conditions will protect you. Amplify what I'll call our verdict, which is in the front row, we have some shire. Josh George, Jared Neal, engineer. Told you, and with all due respect, I think if you give us 5 minutes, get you the be happy with through some others.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's at least hear what they have. to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you have the floor.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And I'll ask Josh and Jared to come up. And Mike really appreciates that too. So good evening, I'm Josh George with Landlord was here project, and as Attorney Minnick said, I'm joined by Jared. So the plan proposed the North York schools. Very familiar with the project. I don't believe it was that way at all. What we have is a letter from Jason Brenneman dated April 5th, which outlines a few items that are needing to be resolved. And if you would indulge me, I would just like to run down what those items are and the significance of those items. So the first item on the page of the letter that is considered to be an open item is item number 2, page 1. That is related to the fact that PennDOT is going to be realigning Columbia Avenue and 10th Avenue and tying them together. That is depicted, Sam, you would just that for us. That's existing alignment, and then the curve is the new alignment. So our project is designed to accommodate that.
So could you give us another?
Yeah, so this is what's existing now. It'll be realigned towards it.
And that's because on ramp for 83 South is going to be significantly close. So that there's on movement and there down street from that, short that ramp is, that will be a much nicer ramp that takes all of that real estate where the homes are and then where the road is now to accommodate that construction. So our project has been designed to accommodate that from the very beginning, actually. For the project, that's designed to be a project. They share a lot with us for all the road alignments and work. Essentially, as the Borough Council should consider whether or not the future connection of a one-way exit to Columbia Avenue is appropriate. So what we're proposing is entrance into the site on top of the drawing.
Now, where is that?
Very western property line, where Queen Street is just a little bit east. So that would be both an inbound and an outbound. The traffic to expect to come in out that entrance. The other entrance is up on Columbia Avenue, same finger rates. That would also be an inbound and an outbound. And that's in an area from the avenue.
That's over by 7.
Yes. Yeah, that's what she said. Yep. That's right by the yeah. And we do also have an outbound only exit, I should say. That's what we're seeing. And Jason's comment in the letter is whether or not that is appropriate and what we're thinking is for us. Straight back on. So the way the building is designed is there is a drop-off area in front of the building on the side. And so people who are simply dropping somebody off, through there, there's a covered area under, off and go straight out. We did talk extensively with PennDOT about that, and that even with new road construction of the avenue, that exit still
So there's still the viability. We'll be able to construct it to tie it. Rip part of it out and we'll reconnect. So our goal here is to create as much flexibility in the traffic as possible to minimize the impacts, not only to the surrounding area, but to the project flow. Having two full movements in and out on each corner of the project, outbound and exit, provides a great level of flexibility. Part of yes.
Instead of making it right one, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a full movement so they can come out and go either left or right. Yeah, the existing Pine Street, that's kind of there now, that would go away. Right? So
What did our engineer say?
His comment is that, had no comment on future connection on the one-way exit. Columbia Avenue will ultimately be dedicated either to the township and the borough officials. The one-way exit. I'm submitting to you.
No, we're not going to let you get away with that. I'm sorry. No, remember, borough is liable for the condition of the streets. You're not immune. You can't get. Determine whether it's adequate, then you can make a decision. If you don't have the information you need, if it hasn't been researched or whatever, you need that, then you don't just do this. Okay? That's what the meeting is tomorrow, I think. So, I think, I don't want to stop the plan. I recognize this. Notice probably about the plan approval process here tonight. So, but I don't want to, spoil things for everybody. But at the same time, I'm not hearing from the town engineer tonight that says, yeah, I'm comfortable with this, I approve this. He's saying, you need to determine this. It's like, what the hell? How in the world are we, how do we know?
It's hard to move.
Yeah, without criteria, how do we know whether this is approved to be? I'm very concerned about that.
I appreciate you bringing that up.
Yeah.
So I say we do.
We originally tried to have that meeting prior to this meeting. It just didn't work. That's what we're doing Wednesday and now Wednesday.
So you are coordinating with the township with respect to traffic movement. We heard from the township about traffic movement, and that's where backlog is. It gets to 30. You want to make sure of this. I think traffic, when this goes in, that's going to be. So.
I moved to, did you say you have a holiday?
Yes, it was set up for Jason suggested no action.
I see. Back next week. That's a.
I honestly do not say anything about it.
We have a motion by Vivian to postpone.
We have our expert here too.
Second by Joel Collier. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? So moved. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for that. What you guys need to do is, this May 5 letter, I would want to see, I just got it. But I would want to see, we're here, Jason, that these issues are resolved and he's making recommendations about, so that all the issues May 5 letter on for 6 pages are addressed. Some of them formal like when you're dealing with stormwater, things like that. Yeah. I think
Stormwater.
So, but my point, when Jason gets that instruction, that's what I'm saying. So David can say, hey, Jason, you need to come up with this and here we need to any outstanding items one by one. Jason
you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What I'll do is I will update everybody as soon as Jason gets me his opinion in writing. I'll make sure everybody gets a copy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got their.
Where is it?
Alright, let's stay on track now. So,
We didn't have recreation.
no, I'm just
Yeah,
saying, we're,
Parks and Rec is down to committees.
yeah, we just said we're just moving on some, organizations. Grounds, the rec was, park is closed, that, you know, you heard, like, Parks and Recs again, parks closed. But did you want to read your report, sorry?
That's
Okay.
the point.
Yeah, I think we covered it already. Again, parks closed, we're looking into alternative options to provide some, some recreation for kids, but it's difficult,
They're going to be, we will be discussing for July.
Yeah, Jerry, help co-sponsors, so work with Jerry, and we're looking for a location. We're working with the churches to give us a spot to do it.
Did anybody? His spot?
Haven't reached out to St. Pete's, I want to talk to Jerry.
Yeah, our next meeting is the 15th, so that'll be sanitation. We covered sanitation, I think.
Yeah, we did.
We covered streets and sidewalks as well. We can move.
So as I said, we're on YouTube tonight. That YouTube has a link for our website. So if you go to the YouTube page, you'll see all the live. And what we're going to do is we're looking. We couldn't get it set up for tonight, but we are looking to embed them into the front. So instead of clicking the link to go to YouTube, you can just sit there and watch the car. Or you can we paid $50
A year.
to set that up. Yes, we paid $50 for 2 years. Well, between Pete and I, we have a lot.
Request in the past year or downloaded or up. So that we do have them.
Previous meetings?
Meetings we have on.
No clue how to do it.
Huh?
No clue how to do it. All I was gonna do was put it on an archive status. So the page is still there, it just it will not be updated, nothing. The page will still be there, it'll just be archived.
We're not deleting it.
So that you can still have those videos.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, look into it.
I'm not the guru here, but I am sure they can be uploaded.
Well,
We'll look into that.
yeah.
So we can, that way.
Facebook's not being deleted. I mean, we left our record. So if there is a way to do it.
It's gotta be there. So somebody could look it up, somebody can pull up the stuff, it should be there. It will no longer be active.
Just saying, I went on to the YouTube, I watched the meeting as it was going on. Click on the site, link there, click on that. The video is live on that full screen.
Oh, wow.
There's
So
a
it's already
large delay in our.
And I've had it running now on Rox's computer the whole time. Make sure that it's running. So.
volume good.
You want me to do it here for you? You can see it?
The volume, yeah.
Yeah, everything. I can hear it.
I had to turn the sound off, so to do it.
we'll come back.
They're live stream. There you
Oh,
are.
wow.
Now it's
job.
making full screen. There you go.
See,
That's all there is to it. I mean, it really doesn't get any easier than that. Go right to the website. Sign right off. Yes.
Your borough.
NorthYorkBorough.com.
No, there.
I wanted to go back.
That's that one week that rocks.
Do we know?
The last week.
The last week of May.
I didn't want my
Yeah.
calendar. All right.
And the office was closed for Friday anyway. for
Friday
Memorial
and
Day.
Monday.
And then this-
The 29th. Yeah, so that would be.
It's Monday through Friday, it's 29th of May, it's June 2nd.
There's a sign, there's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the office will be closed.
Yes.
Yeah, Tom will still be working. But Tanya and Rox will.
So we're looking for a motion on the YouTube streaming. All right. I'll do. Opposed. All right, so moved. Any public comment?
I do have one.
Please.
Over by the Culvers Cemetery.
Yes.
We have lots of kids playing and leaving trash
In the Senate.
in. We need it. Standard, question is.
Yeah, that's private.
We can't even be on that as borough.
I clean up the trash.
Yeah.
Well, that's,
That's fine to clean up the trash because that's respectful of who's buried there. Worst of
York City, and they also told us, unless we're union, we can't.
So I just leave the trash from all the kids playing.
If you want to pick up garbage, that's one thing.
But the borough can't do it.
He has the. Oh,
I think you said Jamie Doggo.
yes,
Just send them over. Track
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of-
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
so Dr. Nurple, who's on the conveyor there, I checked in with her beginning last week. She said that she had that day. She let me know they were with $4,500 of the donation, and they had some that were promised. So they were down to 1,500 in the project. After that meeting, she said she had enough of people saying they would cover the cost. So when those come through and send their checks, then they don't have enough for that stone. Yeah.
It's on their property. Yes, sir.
Didn't it?
They came for the ceremony.
Yes.
All right. Announcements, next regular council meeting is June 3rd, 2020. I will refer to
I
adjourn.
make a motion.
I'm gonna take Vivian and Joel, all fair say aye.
Aye.
All right. So moved. Thank you, everybody.
It's gone.
Big tax evening. This
Are these the copies?
resolutions.
If you look side this, what house is over there? Oh, 6.
Some houses
If you just cemetery, that's what I'm.
Remember that alley? There's a lot of cemetery, there's a big cemetery. Yes. We have-
I don't know where he went.
He was out with that dude.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law does like a power in her house. You are still streaming, just so everyone knows. We did a meeting adjourned. Wait, it's still on. Yeah.
Just put it on your. Yeah, for meeting nice ones. Yep. We'll just put one of these forms. This way, I can do this one. Okay. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You can't do that. This is why I love your.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm interested in now.
Yeah, that was a good meeting.
Yeah. We're not having a conversation about Jason. You just can't.
Well, here's the thing, when it's a conditional.
Is this?
Well,
Go. And I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Where do you work at?